Okay, this is continuing question 3, which is what we learned from our audience feedback. From our target audience was like young people who enjoyed like the pop genre, and so we tried to figure out like conventions of that genre from like real artists. So like Taylor Swift like uses her own experiences to explain to like make music. So we did that in our video, but then we also like used images from our video in our digipack to kind of like
create synergy
and like link all three.
We also done with the poster as well. So when we first done our first draft of our digipack, we went out and got some audience feedback on it because we wanted to know what we could improve, whether it looked like a real product, and also some good points and some negative points. So when we did ask our target audience, people said that they liked the colours used, like the purple, because they said it links in with the ink dropping into the water in our music video. So we said we would keep the colours, keep the like background colour, but they said that it looked amateur and it didn't look like a real media text at all.
Simple and just not.
It didn't look like a real like digipack. So that was a problem for us because we really wanted our digipack to look like a real media text. The improvements they said were the actual images, the way we placed them. It just looks like one person said that it looks like you've done it on paint.
Yeah.
So we got very much good criticisms, I should say,
to help us like improve and make
we
it
really
better.
wanted to improve our digipack. They said they like how we use the images from our music video because that way they can recognize the images that we've used, and also they can, again, that's
synergy again,
to
like
create synergy,
the two together. Like so when we our first digipack had like the inside panes were black and white, and they were images from our music video, but the idea of them being black and white was to show the protagonist like inner feelings. But through our audience feedback, we learned that although people like understood the concept of the black and white in the inside, they thought it looked not realistic and it looked like separate like pictures instead of one whole digipack. So we decided to make the whole thing like fit in with the color scheme of the pink and
that
purple.
was because after we got audience feedback from our first draft, I created 2 digipacks. One was with 3 coloured panels and 3 black and white, as Vanessa said, and also there was another one where they're all coloured, and
they preferred the coloured one.
They preferred, they liked the colour one better because they said that it looks like it's joined together because the other one looked like it's separate. When we did explain the
concept, they liked the concept, but they like, thought that it was just didn't seem real. It just seemed like one person of the music video should convey the artist's feelings, not the digipack. So you shouldn't be like putting her feelings in the digipack. It should be in the music video, which it is in the music video. So we decided just to like take away the black and white from our digipack.
Yeah, when I used Facebook to get my audience feedback, and they all said, I don't think anyone actually said they liked the black and white one. They all said they liked the colour one better because it kind of just goes together. It fits well together, all of them, and they said that it did look like a real digipack. I mean, the pros, we got loads of positives for our new digipack that we made. They said it looked professional, which is what we wanted.
But one criticism of it was that one of the people said that they didn't like the repetition of the image on the front cover, on the poster, and on the lyric booklet. But we didn't change that because we thought that, considering that the artist that we're using is a new artist, when you think about her, you think of that one image, so that will help her like.
Yeah, we basically created synergy with the digipack poster and with the music video because we used the same image of our artist, so that they could have that image instilled, just
you
one
remember
image.
Her for that image.
Yeah, instead of having a range of images, because that's what we done for our draft. We had a range of images, and people didn't they didn't like it, and they couldn't remember really if we asked them again what was on our digipack. But with this, we used the same image for the poster and the digipack, and we also used the same font as we did for the poster, and also we used stills from. We kept the stills, but we just changed it. Instead of having the background colour as you saw for the draft, we actually fitted the whole picture in with the frame, so that
we still use like the same colour scheme and like tinted the images with that colour.
and most of them are the same pictures because they said they liked how we used the stills. So we used kind of stills that didn't specifically link to that particular song, New York, because the candles could connote romance and stuff, because her album is about love and things,
love and heartbreak and that kind of stuff.
And the hands, the holding hands, also again, it's is the word subjective? Subjective? Would you say
just
that?
reflects the whole like
yeah, it's not
album,
like particularly,
album,
even though it is
the
still
theme.
from our video, it's not like focusedly narrow on New York. You can use it for
all the other songs
as well. So that's what we felt really happy with that as well.
Also, in terms of Web 2.0, we use Web 2.0 in our audience feedback. So like for us, we got feedback from Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So that's an example of using Web 2.0 in our audience feedback. And did it impact the way that we created the digipack as well?
For the audience feedback for our poster, we also got some valuable audience feedback from my first draft that I created. The first draft, I asked for teenage girls who are our target audience the following questions. Does the magazine advert look appealing? Does it look like a real magazine advert? Real media text in brackets.
What do you like about the magazine advert? Is there any need for improvements? Do you like the typography used in the advert? What do you think about the images used in the advert? What's the one thing that most stands out to you? What would you be interested in buying the album from seeing this advert?
Why do I write album as poster?
Yeah, but would the posters advertising the album?
Yeah. Sorry. So from those questions, I gained some rich detail for people that I interviewed. They said that they really liked the poster. They said they liked the colours used again, the purple. However, there are some criticisms for our poster, which was that they felt that the image used of Annalise, some people said she's just floating.
It looked misplaced. Like
and she's not really like.
And her facial expression
the facial expression is really bad. They also said that they felt that the icons were too large. So like the Epic, RCA, Facebook, Twitter, they felt they were too large and kind of distracted them from the actual main image. Also, they said that they liked the font that we used, so they said not to change the font, which was good. I think the main problem just was that the icons were too large, and also the picture used they felt wasn't appropriate.
Just looked out of place and random.
So after getting that audience feedback, I went back onto Photoshop and I played around. We actually conducted a photo shoot where we took photos
of Annalise,
and then we chose the final one, which we felt was appropriate for the digipack. And so I changed the photo. I also made the icon smaller, as you can see on our new poster. And I also manipulated Annalise's image by airbrushing and adding makeup to her. The reason for this was because that Real Media Texts all use Photoshop and airbrush photos. So we really wanted to like create that link between a real poster and our poster.
Also, her facial expression like changes. Like it shows more like confusion and like despondency, which kind of links to the music video where
she's not actually looking
of the
straight at the camera, because we felt that she doesn't in our music video as well. She doesn't really much look straight at the camera. She kind of looks down or she looks into the distance. And also we noticed that Real Media Text posters such as Adele 21 and Rihanna Loud, they don't look at the camera as well. So we felt that fitted in with our poster. When getting audience feedback on our poster to see if I corrected and met their expectations, I found that they, when answering the questions again, they said that the magazine advert did look appealing. All of them did. They said it does look like a real magazine advert, which was great because that's what we really wanted to do.
And it would like encourage them to go out and buy the album. Like it looked real and realistic, and so they liked it better than the previous.
So when getting audience feedback on the final poster, I used the social networking site Facebook. and asked, again, girls who are teenagers, which is our target audience, what they felt about the same questions and what they felt about our poster. I'm just going to read some out here. A girl called Catherine says that I think it looks really good. I like the Twitter and Facebook signs in the corner, in brackets, nice touch, and the font suits the genre very well. The image used is simple but dramatic, not overpowering. Not sure what I would do to make it better really. I think it's pretty much perfect. You don't want to add anything else because you might cram it. So that was a really positive.
That's really positive.
Yeah. Similarly, a girl called Mary also says that the ad is pretty much spot on and looks great. The image of the that you've used of the girl reflects what the album could entail. The emotion you see on her face and through the eyes could portray the album has emotional lyrics, personal messages. Both the images, the girl and the New York skyline, makes the viewer question what the connection is between the girl and the city and entices them to want to listen to the song and watch the video. The use of, again, another positive about the use of social media icons. They said it's a nice touch again, informs the public on how they can find out more about the artist and become more connected with them. The font is accurate again, which is great because the font's kind of important. You want it to not look amateur.
Everything. It's in there.
And it says it does reflect a realistic album poster ad, and it would entice me to have a listen to the artist, perhaps even buy the album, which answers some of the questions that I've asked. It says that it doesn't need any improvements because it looks great as it is, and again, as Catherine, they've said that if you did add more, I think it would cram it in and look too messy. So they like it how it is.
It's better when it's simplistic, and yeah.
And lastly, a girl called Lydia, who's also a teenager, says, I really like the design of the poster. The colour and gradients of the pink and purple are indicative of passion and anonymousness, posh words, which is what the featured song of the album is all about, how a man's sheer love for New York City leaves him to leave his lover behind. The focus on the singer and the complementary background of New York definitely advertises the music video very well, showcasing the main aspects of the song. And also stimulate an audience response to what the album might entail. The text is used as quite simplistic, so they say that it's simplistic, but they said that anything complex would be too busy on the page. So again, basically reflecting what all said about how if we added more, it would be too, that's why we actually removed the...
Simplicity is bad.
We removed the review, because as you know, before our... our previous poster had a review, and we felt that we kind of had too much text. We kind of crammed the photo because we wanted Annalise to be the main attraction on our poster. Also, she says that she would like to view the video because the poster is appealing and to the eye and makes me want to find out the girl's story behind the statement title. So overall, our audience feedback on our final poster was very positive, and I feel that we've met the expectations of what our audience wanted from our first draft. So that was good.
Bye.